Today we are talking about free domain names and what are the disadvantages of using a free domain name. So in my last video, we talked about using a service called Freenom.com to use certain extensions and register them for free. I'll put that video up there if you haven't checked that one out already, but I'm going to get into what are the actual disadvantages of getting something for free in this situation. So basically these extensions here, GA, TK, ML, CF, and GQ are all available for free on Freenom.com. So for the first 12 months, these are free. You can also renew them for free. Usually in the last 1 or 2 weeks of owning this domain, you can go to your account and you can renew them for free. Generally, we'll talk about that later. But these are the ones you can get for free. These belong to certain small countries that allow their extensions to be used in this way on Freenom.com. Now, this leads me to the first disadvantage I want to talk about. These actual extensions here, they've been around for free for a pretty long time. And when you offer something for free, it does attract some spammers, people who will abuse the free domain that they get here. So I want to talk about what effect that has. So because these are often associated with spam, many places will associate these top-level domains with a low trust score. So many places will just block your domain automatically. It's hard to get backlinks. It's hard to get emails to deliver properly. A lot of your emails from these domains will get detected as being spam, and they'll end up getting hit by a spam filter. So straight away, there's some serious downsides where spending a few dollars on a paid domain is going to avoid these issues fairly easily. Now, the other big thing here is what I mentioned before, the unreliable license term. So it is free for the first 12 months, but then it can be a little unclear what happens after the 12 months. So I actually had a quick look at their terms of service. In the renewal section, it is always at their sole discretion to allow you to renew a free domain. So they may require the paid upgrade to continue using it. They may let you keep using it for free, but it's really up to them. And I think the reason they do it is because if they can make money from the domain, they'll absolutely make money from it if possible. What I mean is it's free until they can sell it, basically. So if you're using good keywords, if it's a nice, snappy, short domain name, it's going to attract some value. If it has backlinks, traffic, or other good SEO signals, say you've spent some time developing a good website on there and it's getting traffic, it's getting a bit of authority attached to the domain, it's going to attract value. They may end up wanting to sell it. So that could be one of the reasons that they don't allow you to renew for free. But in many cases, people have renewed them for free. So there's a bit of a risk there that you may lose the domain if it becomes too valuable. But having said all this, there's still plenty of applications where you can use these domain names just fine. I don't think there'll be any problems. I'll talk about that in a second. So what do I think these free domains are actually good for? I think there are some solid use cases for them still. For staging sites and testing sites, learning about applications or website development, you can totally use these free ones to learn, test sites before they go live on a free domain. Just keep the paid domain safe while you're experimenting on the staging site. So I know a number of you in the comments themselves have mentioned that's what you use these free domains for. That's a perfectly good use case for these free domains. The other thing you could use them for is a personal application. So if you're running a media server or something like Nextcloud, where the only traffic is going to be probably you, maybe a few friends or co-workers, and it's not really going to have any traffic, it's not going to have any SEO value, then you probably don't have too much worry about losing the domain because of its SEO value. So I guess what I'm trying to say is these are fine as long as you're not using it for anything too valuable or too serious. So I would not recommend them for a production website or a production application. And I would never recommend using it for a client or a client's application. It's too risky, I think. The risk that you do all this work and just lose it because you're using a free domain and the domain gets transferred away to someone else and you've lost all the work you put in. I think that's just not recommended. So I think as long as your use case is not too serious and you can afford to lose the domain without any major repercussions, I think go ahead and try it out. It's great for learning, testing, all those kinds of things. Finally, if the only reason you're choosing those domains is for price, there are some very cheap options. So text-based site, cloud, they're often very cheap, especially for the first 12 months. If you shop around, use promos, you can often get these for $1 or $2, sometimes even less than $1. They do become more expensive to renew, but if you're just using it to test something out and you don't need it for more than 1 year, these kind of domains can be very cheap and very useful, and you don't have to deal with the issues that come attached to some of those free top-level top-level domains from Freenom.com. So often these are much better. I tend to use .space and .site a lot myself when I'm just doing tutorials for this channel, for example. A good site to check for promos, TLDlist.com. So you can head over there and check where the cheapest price to renew is, the cheapest price to register. You can just compare all the things like Namecheap, GoDaddy, all those kind of things will get compared automatically on TLD list. And if you really need a domain longer than 1 year for these kind of purposes, now there are some ones that are actually cheap to renew as well. So .stream, .win, .trade, for example, these are just like $3 or $4 to renew them. So these are quite cheap to use long term as well. Especially if you're a streamer, that's quite good. I think it's around $3 or $4 in most places for .stream. And my final tip is to use Cloudflare for renewals if possible, because Cloudflare don't have any markup fee. I'll show you what I mean. If you're already using Cloudflare for your content delivery network or your firewall, like I usually do, you can actually go into your account and go to register domains. You can check out something like idspotexample.trade. It's only $3 or so for a year renewal. So quite a good deal on those. And like I said, Cloudflare don't have any markup. They charge at cost. So they just charge what the registrar fee is and just pass it directly to you. So they're not really making any profit. All their profit is based on their CDN and their security systems. They're just adding this domain registration service just as an add-on for people who use their other services. So I think this is a nice way. I use this for domains that I want to keep registered long-term. I just put them in my Cloudflare account and renew them like that, because for the extensions that they do support, they don't support all extensions, but the prices that they have are very low, and this is a great, reliable, and very clean, simple to use setup. So I do like using Cloudflare for things I want to keep long term. Finally, just be aware that they don't advertise all the extensions in the list when you check on Cloudflare. Someone on GitHub has actually put the raw domain prices on a list. I'll link that in the description, because I think there's some of these domain extensions where their terms don't allow them to advertise the price up front, but you can search for them. I think a good example was that one I said there, the .trade. It's not actually listed in here by default, but when you search for it, it does show up as $3. So that's just a little tip. If you want a cheap renewal on a nice top-level domain, that's good as well. But I think for most cases, if you want to renew something long-term, I just love .com. I think if you can afford, I think usually $8 or $9 these days to renew a .com, it really is worth it in terms of its trust and in terms of its overall recognizability. I always go for .com for anything really serious, unless it's country-specific content. So .com.au for Australian content, .co.uk for British content, for example. But otherwise, .com is the best one to use generally. But again, we're talking about free domains today. So freenom.com, check it out if you haven't already. It's great for testing, learning about how to set up websites, how to use a DNS, those kinds of things. If you don't have access to online payments, I know a lot of you are watching from countries where you don't have a good banking system that will allow you to get paid domains, or you're just young, you're a student, you don't have a credit card or anything to buy things online. So freenom.com is a great way to get started learning if you're curious. So hopefully all this was useful. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.